Welcome back to LFG Overland and our Eastern Sierra adventure. Today is day 2, and we're waking up after a reasonably calm evening to a very windy environment. And today will be a battle, if you will. So I hope you enjoy it.
So good morning. I left you guys out of the coffee mix this morning, but we all know how the coffee thing goes, right? So I'm just taking a little break here between meetings, and decided to come out and just take in this view, watching an amazing creek and waterfall coming down that mountain from the snowfall. Wind came up pretty good, but I'll tell you what, that is an absolute game changer. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll show you kind of how the office is set up, and then once I get everything done, we're gonna make some brunch because I didn't make breakfast this morning. But we gotta make some food, and then we'll go down and see if we can get out of this wind and find a place to do some fishing. So here's a view from the office. That'll show you how it all works out. I put down one of the 2 filler panels. They're the retract, but I put one of them down to use it as a standing desk, and we've been highly productive today, getting stuff done. So Starlink is definitely a game changer. I highly recommend it if you don't have it. And yeah, so I've got about another hour worth of stuff that needs to get done, and then after that I'll probably make some brunch, enjoy the view outside, and then maybe head down to the river and see if I can find a place out of the wind. The wind came up pretty fierce this morning, and we'll go from there. Wrapped up work, checked on the drone batteries. I really should have done that earlier because they're all dead from sitting, I guess, for the last week at the house. So got those charging, and I'm gonna make got some chorizo here, some eggs, go ahead and fight the wind a little bit, make some brunch real quick on the Skottle, and then we'll head out. Tembo tusk cutting board, small bamboo one, keep it easy. Tembo tusk, right-handed. These things are awesome. Tembo tusk, scraper. I also use this sometimes just for even in the scrambling eggs process, but this works really well. So you can do either one. And then of course, knife, so we can cut up a little bit of this chorizo, get it going on the Skottle. Let it cook off a little bit, and we'll throw some eggs on it. I'm not going to bother doing any potatoes or any of that stuff today. So we've got the Salvadorian chorizo. So we're going to cut some up. And get it on the Skottle. Jalapeno olive oil.
Out here, it doesn't take much to create something incredible. The Skottle fires up, the scent of chorizo, sizzling in the cool mountain air, mixing with the smell of pine all around camp. eggs crack, they hit the pan, the heat pulling them together into a hearty scramble.
Good God, man. Well, let's try that again, huh?
A splash of hot sauce, a warm tortilla, and suddenly it's more than just breakfast. It's comfort, it's fuel, it's the flavor of the trail. Sometimes it really is the simple things that taste the best, and this morning, even with all the wind and probably a bit of dust, breakfast tacos win it all.
All right. That's good. Taco cheers. Wind's back. We'll see you in a bit. Whew. This wind is something else, man. It was nice last night. So, if you use a Skottle, I usually leave the stove in here, and I used to leave this little fitting on my propane bottles. But what I found is, last time I opened up the drawer, I was out with my son last weekend, the propane bottle was empty. So I got a new propane bottle, I cooked, and when I took it off, with this thing still on here tight, it was leaking. So I've started just actually removing this as well, and I just put it in my drawer. Don't know if that'll help you or not, but if you find your propane canisters empty when they shouldn't be, that's probably it. There. Turn that a little bit there. This is here. This is there. And then that goes. Actually, that goes in there. Everything has its place, that way nothing ever gets lost. Or I should say fewer things get lost.
The wind continued to be absolutely relentless. Continuous pounding with gusts that had to be exceeding 35 to 40 miles an hour. So it was time to get packed up and go find another spot in a much more sheltered location. Over the years, I've tried just about every way to level the truck at camp, from stacking rocks I could find nearby, using the traction boards, even just settling for close enough. But after plenty of trial and error, I finally landed on these Lego-style leveling blocks. Sure, it's one more thing to pack, but the ability to dial in a perfectly level setup every time is second to none. Like everything in overlanding, it's about balance. Every tool has its place, and every place, unfortunately, seems to have a tool these days. But then, when the rig is level, camp is comfortable, and the view is right, it's worth carrying a little bit extra kit.
All right, so we're all packed up. We can get out of here. I'm gonna go explore a little bit on the backside. There's a couple spots I really like up the way, and see if they're available, and see how the wind does there. And if the wind's good, I'll probably leave something there just to hold on to that spot for later, and then I'm going to head down to the river. So anyway, we'll catch up with you soon.
Leaving a beautiful camp is always bittersweet. The spot had everything, wide open views, endless sky, and the kind of scenery that makes you stop and just breathe it all in. The winds made it a bit challenging at times, but even with that, it was a place that I truly enjoyed. And yet, part of the magic of Overland is in the leaving. Rolling away from beauty, knowing that just around the next bend, there could be something even better. Another view, another perfect campsite waiting to be discovered. It's the balance between appreciating what you've had and chasing what's next that keeps this journey alive. Just a short ways down a side spur, we find ourselves beside a beautiful creek. Even though it's not far from the road, the sound of the water and the quiet beauty of the spot makes it feel completely inviting, like a hidden little escape waiting to be enjoyed. Especially if this wind would go away.
So just a short trip from where I was camped. Found an amazing spot here. An amazing spot right on the creek. Two access points. One I just showed you. And then as we come this way, a really nice fire pit. Lots of shade. So yeah, it's a great spot. Creek, everything's just perfect. It's actually pretty sheltered from the wind, but it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's just too early to stop. I'm gonna head on up the mountain and explore some more stuff, and then we'll see where we go. If I don't find anything better, I might grab this on my way back down. Well, I was gonna head out to Levitt Lakes, but as you can see by the gate behind me, they haven't opened the road yet. So I'll either have to come back later this year or chalk it up as one more year of not making it there. I think I've come up this road, actually with the gate even being open, 3 or 4 years in a row. But I've always gotten to a place where the snow was just too deep and I wasn't able to get through. So I guess I got to get better at coming out later in the year. Well, I found a great spot, and then I decided to leave it to chance, and I headed down into town to get some firewood and some water to put out said fires, should I choose to have a wood fire. And when I got back, working my way up, all of my spots were taken, including the one I was really hoping to stay at. It's not the end of the world. I came across the creek and I found this really nice fire pit. Nice looking area, but there's nowhere back here to get level. So there might have been, underneath that big log, but I did find another place just right over here. And this is kind of like the end of a little dirt road. There's not really any place around here where you can get super far off the highway, but this is far enough that I definitely won't hear any of that going on. And it does have a nice little fire pit here as well. With a nice wind block. So we may end up having a wood fire tonight. I don't know, we'll see. And I managed to get the truck leveled off there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set up my tent. And I'm gonna probably open up the back, get all set up, and I don't know, I might jump back there and do some editing and stuff. I was really bummed because the other spot was right on the creek. And it was absolutely beautiful, but you snooze, you lose, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get all set up here and see how the wind impacts where I'm set up now. That could have a big influence, but it feels pretty sheltered right here. There's a lot of wind in the trees above me, and I'm not blowing around. So let's hope so. I gotta say, it's really pretty out here. A lot more green than where I was last night. I'm a bit higher up on the mountain. Probably at another 1,500 feet in elevation. But it's lush, it's green, a lot of pine trees. Not a lot of sage, not a lot of dust. So it's windy, but I've got everything set up and set up Starlink and was able to call home, which is pretty convenient, and yeah, super excited. Anyway, I'm gonna crawl inside, maybe get some stuff done, maybe take a nap, I'm not sure, and then I'll see you guys when it gets closer to dinner time. A little update, and I'm sorry there's not more outdoor footage. You can't fly a drone. It's just too windy. The wind just will not let up. It's cold outside because the wind chill. The wind is from what I hear, what I read on the weather's constant 20-30, gusting at 45. So let's just say it doesn't sound like a fun night to cook outdoors. Brought carne asada. I brought steak, and I don't think I'm gonna actually do either one of them. I went and foraged through one of my cabinets, and I found a boil in a bag, a Thai curry dish, backpacker's choice at some point, but it expires next month. So it's kind of like that was meant to happen. So I think we're going to just boil up some water, make some Thai curry, and eat it here in the camper, or in the topper. And yeah, just probably curl up, hunker down, and watch some movies. I've been working on editing a Sedona trip. So yeah, sorry if there isn't more adventure here in this video, but you know, sometimes we drive miles and miles and we wheel hard, and other times we're just camping and trying to do some fishing, and that's this trip. Sadly, we've gotten blown out, haven't been able to throw a fly, and it's just been cold and windy. So I'm just gonna hunker down. I'm gonna make some food. Well, it turned out to be exactly that. The wind, the gusts just keep coming. It's not slowing down at all. So I just settled in here with my computer, did a little bit of work this evening, and yeah, ended up just making a ham and cheese sandwich. Didn't even dive into the old food that I found under the seat. So anyway, hopefully, I think this is supposed to die down around midnight. So hopefully tomorrow's another day. We can get up. Maybe we can put the drone up a little bit, give you guys a better view as to what it looks like around here, what we're seeing, how beautiful it is, and then maybe, just maybe, get down on the river for a little bit and do some fishing. So we'll cross our fingers, and I'm gonna knock out and get some sleep, and tomorrow's a new day. We'll see you then.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Be sure to tune in next week when we wake up right here with much better weather and spend the day exploring a whole new stretch of dirt roads and trails. It's going to be another unforgettable chapter in the journey, and we can't wait to share it with you.